Hello again. So you know how the United States is a bunch of United States? Shocking, I know. Well, every state has a flag, and pretty much all of them are pretty bad. Notice how a lot of these flags are blue background with a picture? Yeah, there's 16 of them! These states include Connecticut, Idaho, Kansas, Kentucky, Michigan, Minnesota, Montana, Nebraska, Oregon, South Dakota, Pennsylvania, Vermont, Maine, New Hampshire, Wisconsin, and Virginia. And before you ask, no, I don't know why they're all above this line. Anyway, with all this information, I think it's pretty obvious that the US flags are kind of bad. So what if I fixed them? First, we're going to start by just outlining the ones that are already good enough. So, there we go. I'm going to be doing the rest of America in sections, because it's going to take a while if I did all 50 states individually. So let's start where it all began. Delaware! Oh, and these guys. And before we start anything else, Maine. There we go. Please note that some of the following flags weren't actually made by me because I have no idea what goes on in New Hampshire. Credits to who made the flags will be in the corner. Anyway, I found this one, and I think we'll use it. Vermont actually has two things we can take inspo from, except for the fact that one of them's a boring blue seal, and we don't like those. Not this guy, though. This guy's cool. Anyway, if we just take this green guy and just polish him up, there we go, and we can use it. New York! Just do a France! Turns out Massachusetts has already done the work for us, so let's just pick from these three. This one! But with this one shade of red because blue is now illegal. For this one I asked Google for inspiration, and all of them were grapes. Why? This is why. I saw lots of purple, green, and a little bit of yellow, so I put that all together in this. Looks pretty cool. Rhode Island, just get rid of the word, there we go. Moving on to Pennsylvania, we're going to be adapting a coat of arms. This idea has already been done twice in the Union, and we should do it again. For New Jersey, I once again took to Google and saw lots of yellow, lots of blue, lots of white, lots of stars, and composed this. I have no additional commentary for this. Alright, our grand finale. You guys know what time it is. Delaware! 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 Okay, so first we'll clean it up, just get rid of this day and the symbol. We'll give it a white border just so it kind of stands out. And as per usual, a star, the first star goes in the middle. And just like that, we are done with the Northeast! Alright, now it's time for the Midwest. I had to consult Google for Michigan, and for some reason it gave me a bunch of meese. So, I made a flag with a moose on it. For Wisconsin, yet again, look a bunch of them up and look at the patterns. I'm just going to be using a yellow and black Scotland. It's our second Massachusetts of the day. Illinois has also been doing a flag redesign as of late. So let's just pick one. Again. These two are terrible, these three are bad, these two are like okay, and these three are it's gonna be one of these. So, wait, hang on. On to Indiana. Now, what is Indiana's flag? Let's see here. Oh, it's the disappointment. You know what? I'm going to do a Rhode Island with this one. Get rid of the text. Boom. Done. For Iowa, I'm just going to turn this bird and text into one of these weird star things that I keep seeing. It's now time for twinsy flags! Well, the only real thing in common here is this little spiky pattern, which is supposed to represent sun rays. So we're just going to use that. Just going to take these colors and bada boom. Nebraska! What is Nebraska? I looked it up again and I saw a bunch of Y's, so we're just gonna do this Y shape. Kansas, we're gonna bring back the old flag, but half of the background is gonna be turned yellow so it can distinguish from the Dakotas. And last but not least, Missouri, whose flag I'm just gonna tweak a little bit and get rid of the words. That is the Midwest complete. Anyway, I'm getting bored, which probably means you guys are as well, so time to speed run the West Coast. I'm going to be keeping that classic Washington green, I guess, as well as implementing white once again. For Oregon, we're just gonna... For Nevada, I put their seal on orange, deal with it, and lastly, California. I made this, and I know you guys are going to be mad that I didn't include the bear. I tried, none of it worked! Anyway, here's the statometer. Now it's time for the Rockies! There's only 4, so we should get through this quite quick. I'm going to be using this flag from Montana, inspired by this lovely gentleman. For Idaho, I did a tricolor with a gem, because they're known as the gemstone state, because they make a lot of gemstones. What is that noise? Why does that keep playing? Both Arizona and Wyoming are just small twists on their original flags. And now we're done with the Rockies, meaning it's now time to do the largest section, the South. The South! We've got 12 states to design here, so let's get started. We're going to start with the ones that are just small tweaks, because there's quite a lot of them. Mississippi, Oklahoma, Tennessee, South Carolina, and Arkansas, get up here, that's your turn. Here's a few seconds for you to appreciate these flags. Okay, onto the actual designs. This is what I made for Louisiana. Where did the symbol come from? France. For Kentucky, I kind of just did this cool, horseshoe design. Look at it. This is its meaning. Georgia. For North Carolina, we're going to be doing the exact same thing we did with Pennsylvania and just copying a coat of arms. For Virginia, I'm going to be putting this cool flower on top of a slanted tricolor. For West Virginia, I kept the rim but completely changed the symbol. And finally, for Florida, Orange Alabama. And just like that, after 48 states, we are done with the contiguous US. We still haven't fixed the flags of every single bad flag in the Union, so I think it's time for the final round! For Alaska, I'm just going to make the stars larger so we can see them better. For Hawaii, I changed the British flag to this cool symbol. Puerto Rico passes, but the US Virgin Islands certainly don't. I made this for the USVI. Not much to say about this one, I have no idea what goes on here. Guam replaced the beach with a star. Both American Samoa and DC can keep their flags because they're good enough. And finally, the Northern Mariana Islands, who get a basic tricolor because I think it looked cool. So what's the takeaway? I have no idea. Thanks for watching. This was really fun to make, and I'm never doing this again because it took a lot of work. Main channel at handy.productions, I think. Anyway, here's a list of all the states I just made flags. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming. Bye.